Hi, it's Brian Newman with the Spotlight of Business Owner Show. And today we're thrilled to have Ryan and Mary of Empire Insurance Brokers. Hi, you guys. How you doing?
Good.
We're doing great, thanks.
Oh, great, great. Well, you got a fabulous business, and I know you're fairly new to the area. Can you let people know how did you get into that business of insurance?
Oh, insurance. It's it's a very interesting story. So I've got a degree in history from the University of Washington, which isn't, unless you're going to be a teacher, it's not a lot you can do with that. And I was taking some business classes, and my professor always told me, like, you can always fall back in insurance. Like everyone can get a job in insurance. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I got that going for me. Jump ahead about 10 years, and I was toiling away in middle management at a retail store and just not loving the 70, 80-hour weeks. And a friend of mine was an insurance adjuster. And she says, hey, you just need a degree to get hooked up with this company if you want to handle claims. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. I needed a change. Long story short, I went through a claims career with that company, became a litigation supervisor where I was handling extremely complex, fatalities, large losses, things like that. And then it takes its toll on you. I lost all my hair doing that job, so I
Oh,
moved over
wow.
to
Oh my God.
sales and marketing from there. So became a sales manager with a large national carrier that um, took me to the next phase. And then ultimately in 2006, after doing that and being on the company side, I opened up my own brokerage firm back in 2006 up in Seattle, Washington. And
Oh,
then
nice.
years later, here we are.
Yeah, can you let people know where are you located in the Arizona area?
Yeah, so we just opened up March 1st in Scottsdale. We're in the DC Ranch area, Marketplace, if you're familiar with that neighborhood up by
Yeah, it's
Greyhawk.
beautiful.
Market
Yeah.
Street.
Market Street. Did I say Marketplace? I always say that.
Market Street.
Oh,
We
okay.
also simultaneously we opened up a location in Lake Havasu City. So we do have an agent up in Havasu. He's in that boating lifestyle. He's
Oh,
married to Lake
wow.
Havasu. So
Yeah,
he's
it's
a
a
great
beautiful
guy.
area. Beautiful.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you have quite a few locations throughout. Don't you have more locations like elsewhere?
We do. Yeah, we've got 13 locations total currently. We're headquartered out of Seattle, Washington, or Everett, Washington, I should say, in North Seattle. Um, we'll eventually be shifting the headquarters down here to Scottsdale as we get closer to our twilight years, but the company itself is based up in Washington currently. We've got offices all throughout Washington. We are in the Portland market as well as Carlsbad, California.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I know God, you guys offer a lot of insurances, and I know in the local area there's a lot of organized theft rings and crime. Uh, yeah, in case that happens to an individual, what can they look for from the insurance end of it?
Yeah, this is it's a very compounding problem. This is whether you're a business owner or an individual, have your house, your car. You've probably heard ad nauseum now about Kias and Hyundais getting stolen, by TikTok kids that want to just go out and joyride for a minute. But now it's getting to a new level where you've got organized crime rings or retail theft rings for that matter too. They will go in and they'll systemically attack one section, and they will go out and do as much damage and then move on to the next neighborhood. So in the Scottsdale area here for sure, I believe Chandler and Gilbert have a lot of the same issues. They're actually going in and getting inside these houses, the dinner time gangs, I believe they're calling them down here,
Oh, wow.
Peruvian and Chilean.
Yeah, there's probably some things on your policy that you want to look for
Yeah,
now with your insurance agent to review to make sure you have just so you're covered. And obviously, you don't want this to happen, but in case you're
in
covered,
case it happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
in case it happens, you want to make sure you have these
Yeah, we're there
coverages.
when the bad day happens. So we're after the catastrophe. We're there after the theft, after the fire. So the things you want to look out for, whether you're a business owner or individual, is do you have coverage for theft? Most policies cover that as a basic peril, but really it gets down into the nitty gritty of what are you trying to insure? We've educated our clients. A specific example: this one individual has probably 15 or 20 autographed Super Bowl helmets he's collected over the years. Significant amount of like unrealized value because you just don't know what these things are worth. If they'll get stolen, all the company will reimburse you for is the cost of that helmet, like $200.
Oh,
It
wow.
might be a $3,000 helmet with, XYZ's signature on there, but you don't know
Right.
that because you don't have proof. No proof, no payment. So, and same thing with businesses. If you don't have an alarm system, you might be putting yourself at risk. If you do have an alarm system, it might be a significant discount on your policy if you have that. So, lots of things to work with your insurance broker over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, before we continue, can you let people know what's the best way to get in touch with you?
There's a lot of ways to get in touch with us.
Everything, including smoke signals.
The we have the 480 number that's on the 480-914-3240. That's our Scottsdale number.
Okay.
You can email us at info@eibnow.com. So it's Empire Insurance Brokers, which we couldn't get that domain. So it's eibnow.com, info at. You can email either of us directly. It's Mary at eibnow.com, Ryan at eibnow.com. We have a lot of ways to contact us. You can also, I think you can text us at that 480 number as
Yeah,
well. So, um,
Oh, oh,
yeah,
okay. And I know
you
you
can
have an
reach us via.
elaborate, you have a great website, very
Yeah, thank you.
informative. It's got all the different services that you guys cover.
Yeah,
So yeah, I encourage our viewers to go in and check it out and get in touch with them. I wanted to ask you, I know yeah, every day there's a new story about an institution's data being compromised. No,
oh
it's
yeah.
it's a very common problem. What ways can businesses and individuals protect themselves with your insurance?
Yeah, this is just, doing business in the 21st century now. You've got situations where your data and you're housing other people's data. You're responsible for this data, even if it's your own personal data, you've got a requirement to keep those people protected. In the event there is a data breach, there's lots of laws that protect the consumer. You have got a process you've got to go through. And how you can help mitigate that is through cyber insurance, cyber protection,
Oh,
data compromise, if someone gets a hold of your client list, credit card numbers, there's all kinds of damage that can be done with that. So cyber insurance will come in and will help with specialists that will help mitigate that specific loss. There's good hackers just like there's bad hackers out there.
yeah.
So that's kind of how I describe it. So you've got people that have a lot of skill in undoing a lot of that damage that gets done. So, and you can get that on your personal house too. You've got identity theft coverage on your personal homeowners or renters insurance as well. It's unfortunately it's a necessary evil nowadays. I would bet that almost everybody in America has had their data compromised at some point or another, if not multiple times. And you most likely don't even know it. A lot of times you will never know.
for
Yeah.
businesses looking for cyber protection, some of the carriers actually require them to have things like multi-factor authentication before they write them for cyber insurance. So it's a really good idea to talk to your agent about cyber insurance and what requirements different carriers have just to cover you. Some of them require higher security protocols to make sure they're
To
you're
protect that
doing the
sensitive
most you
data.
can to protect the data.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know it seems like it's happening too frequently. I know,
Yes.
yeah, on social media, there's a lot of, I don't know, fake profiles and
Oh,
all kinds of problems. Yeah, what about, I know there's a lot of talk, about employment practices and lawsuits stemming from those. How do
yeah.
businesses protect themselves in those situations?
Yeah, this is another sign of just the environment that we're in the United States here and globally for that matter. Um, e- Employment practices, that's everything from wage and age discrimination, sexual harassment, improper termination, lots of things that you don't deal enough with that you don't have protections. You don't even know you're breaking the law a lot of times. There's some very obvious ones, sexual harassment being one of them. You know you're not supposed to do that, just don't do it. But in the off chance you get sued for someone's perceived digression, then there's coverage for that. The employment practices liability policy that protects you even if you didn't do anything wrong. And this actually happens a lot. There's just a misunderstanding. There's oftentimes malintent from the individuals doing this. The problem with employment practices is it's the defense of the claim because there's no indemnity right off the bat. They just have to prove that you did something wrong, and then there's a punishment phase, penalty phase, and then that's where it gets really expensive. But in the meantime, you're spending $400 to $500 an hour for an attorney to defend you. That's all out of pocket if you don't have this endorsement on your
Yeah.
policy. It
Oh,
can
yeah.
add up really, really quick.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize there is a business policy, available. Yeah,
There
and
is.
I wanted to point out, you guys are insurance brokers, not agents, is that right?
Correct. That's
Can you
correct.
let the
Yeah.
viewers know what's the difference between the two?
Yeah, that's a great question. So in our industry, you can represent a carrier or you can represent the consumer. So there's what's called a captive insurance agent, and that'll be your State Farms, all states, farmers, things like that. They
Uh-huh.
write all of the policies for that one carrier, and for the most part, that's the only carrier they write with. Those are agents. So they typically are agents of that company. They're still independent contractors like all of us, but at the end of the day, they answer to the insurance company. Being
Okay.
brokers like Mary and I, we have relationships with dozens of carriers. So we can write a policy with any carrier that we have a contract with, and that will put the consumer ahead of the carrier because we can offer multiple different packages. We can offer multiple, carriers. We can mix and match if it makes more sense and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can like, yeah, shop around basically
You
for like
can.
the best. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, in
Um,
theory, you just have to call us and we can shop you with 10 carriers at the same time.
oh,
If you
okay.
call a captive, you're only getting that one quote. To be fair, that might still be the best option for you. I don't want to disparage captives, but I
Uh-huh.
do want to say that, there's the likelihood that we might have a better option for you
Oh, okay.
because we have so many.
Well, yeah, I just want to again remind our viewers one more time before we wrap it up. What's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
I would definitely say just visit us online at eibnow.com. You can reach Mary or I or one of our 30 plus agents out there, no matter where you are. We're licensed in, I believe, 16
I
states now.
believe
Something.
so. Yeah.
It goes up and
Wow.
down it's, you have to have a license, just like to sell a mortgage or real estate now. It's a very you can turn on any news channel and there's always something about the insurance industry. There's an insurance commissioner that governs us that we have to answer to. We're held under high scrutiny. It's a very, very real deal. We can affect people's lives negatively for not acting ethically or honestly or you know even know what we're doing. So there's a lot of proof you got to do to get this job.
Yeah, but the
I can
best way to
imagine.
contact us is through our website, EIB. Again, it's Empire Insurance Brokers, EIBNOW.com. You can request a quote there. You can call us. You can text us. We're soon going to have web chat, so a lot of ways to let us know you need some insurance help, and we're happy to help.
Oh,
And if
okay.
you are a client with us, we do have a 24-hour web portal for our clients that can access their policies and help make
Oh,
changes,
nice.
requests. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that number on my screen behind me, 480-914-3240, that's the best
Right
one.
one. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that
thank you guys for being on here. Yeah, it's great to meet you.
really good meeting you too.
No,
Thank
we
you for the
love the valley
opportunity.
down here. We might be from Washington originally, but we love the sun. So
Yeah,
as
I
you can
do
see from my
too.
red
I know what you
face,
I'm from
mean.
Florida. I love it down here. I love it down here.
Oh,
Love it down
wow.
here.
Wow.
she's the
All right.
sun girl.
Well,
I'm a sun girl.
all right. Well, look forward to meeting you in person. Thank you.